Hi, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Leo. Welcome back to Yoga with Lynn and Leo.
And today we're going to come into Kamasana, or try to come into Kamasana.
So Kamasana is also known as tortoise pose. Could be known as tortuous pose because it's quite a challenging action.
It can be. Leo's just going to go through the props with you.
So all you're going to need is 4 foam pads. I don't really think we can kind of give you alternatives for that. Maybe a couple of, maybe lots of folded towels would be a possibility.
Yes, I mean we're going to show you this way first because this is for those if you've got really tight hips and very tight in the hamstrings. You will need to have this at the starting stage, and if you find this is even more difficult, then more practice with standing poses. So first of all, bend the legs so that the feet are to the outer edges of those foam pads, and be in the centre of the buttock bones. See that the centre of the buttock bones are in the centre of those foam pads, and lift up as much as you can out of the pelvis. Then walk the feet a little bit further forward. Okay, so now we need to get this shoulder, this arm through the leg. So you're going to come forward, but you've got to see that you go back to come forward. So lift up and roll the shoulder. As you can see, Leo's coming here. And you just put the hand here. That's it. And then the other side, come up and roll. That's it. And then see, are you able to walk those hands out to the sides? That's it. That's it. And now start to move the feet. Now be sure that there's a rolling in of the thighs. Lift the foot up so you're on the rim of the heel and slide the heels forward. So it's very, very useful to have a floor which isn't restrictive. Sometimes the mat can be a little bit restrictive, and rest your head. So you may be able to come into Kamasana with this little bit of support and a little bit of help. Otherwise we come into the classic pose. So if you've been practicing this, come up out of this pose. It's always a little bit difficult. Slide your heels in so that you increase this gap between the leg and the arm and come out of the action. Okay, so we come onto the floor now for those of you who can come into the deep action without that support. It's always worth having that option just in case the hips are a bit too tight or the hamstrings. It's not worth pushing through and being aggressive with your body. Just take it really easy, step by step. Okay, you can see Leo's ready to go here. Alright, so taking the thighs a little bit apart, that's it. And then again, it sort of comes from Malasana action, which we've also filmed in these deep forward bending actions. See that the lower abdomen is drawing into the spine and coming forward. That's it. Now taking the arms through the legs, that's it. Now, when you come to this stage, you've got to see that you roll this shoulder down and come as deeply down as possible. You can hold on to the foot bone to help this action, and then come to the other side. A little bit more difficult to come to the other side and help with that side. This is why we practice it a couple of times so that you can actually help each leg on each practice. Roll the thighs in, and then see that you lift those feet up, so beyond the rim of the heel, and extend the arms out. So if you're at this position, you've got to keep rolling and see how far you can push those heels away from you. That's it. That's it. And you just let the head release down. So now we're going to take these arms back. So you've got to roll the arm and take it back. Roll the arm and take it back. And now stretch into those fingers, stretch into those fingers. A good way of actually keeping the action in those arms is to just touch a foam block behind you. You bring the hands and you just touch that foam block with the fingers. so that you're able to just give that little bit of direction. And when you're in the pose, just keep the breath smooth and even. So it may be that your hamstrings or your buttock muscles or your lower back muscles are screaming, so just don't stay in it too long. But if you're able to be in it and start to release and relax, it is so beneficial to keep those hips really nice and mobile. And then Mia's going to come out of the pose now by bending the legs, that's it, taking the arms back, yeah, and coming up. So it really can be quite an awkward one to come out of, for sure. That's definitely for sure.
We don't want to get trapped in that.
No. So you just have to be mindful how you come out of it, just very, very slowly.
So thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed our deep forward bend practice of Krimasana. If you want to look at the deep forward bend series together, then we will be doing a collection for you to join all these poses together.
Yes, and have a look at the playlists because they should come up.
Yeah, they will be on a playlist together. All right, so thank you for joining us today. Namaste.
Namaste.